Hey everybody, and welcome to Heel Heat. This is our Ring of Honor show for the week. My name is George Coles. This is my tag team partner, Jim Neidhart.
Gary Rhodes, everybody. Thanks, Natty. Papa loves you.
Wow. That was creepy as creepy gets.
What was that next to?
Now, speaking of creepy, we had QT Marshall representing the new embassy of R.D. Evans coming out in against Tadarius Thomas and what's they're calling this?
It's their
Young Lion something.
It's their you got it right.
Their fresh blood basic thing. I thought this was a great match. I liked it. QT won. I think he's got a well-developed character. Tadarius Thomas is a good wrestler. I like the capoeira he uses, gives something a little bit different. I think QT Marshall's character is more fleshed out, though.
Exactly. QT Marshall reminds you of an old school heel.
Kind of like an Adam Pearce.
Yeah. He has a look. He's a young guy, but he kind of reminds you of a young Arn Anderson, really. Because I mean, he's not as old as he looks. I think he's only like 25 years old or something like that. He's not that old. I thought it was an excellent match, though.
I liked it. It was a great opener, and that's the thing about these matches. That this tournament they've been doing is it's given us a lot of great matches, and they're starting to show right quick with them. Now, coming off of that, our next match had two newer guys, two guys I haven't seen ever in Ring of Honor, and I had this actually my first time ever seeing them. Nick Westgate and Brian Fury versus Caprice Coleman and Cedric Alexander. It started off decent. The match got cut off when Scum came out, and they attacked Coleman and Alexander. Rhino gored them.
Gore.
Which led Steve Corino to do a promo talking about how Scum is going to make Ring of Honor Ring of Scum. I liked it. I liked how it's furthering it. I would like to see a feud between... I like Coleman and Alexander. They, from the time they started, and I was kind of wishy-washy on them, to now... They've really fit into the Ring of Honor show. They're exactly what Ring of Honor is about. They can wrestle, they have a decent interview style, and they're different. They're not like everybody else.
That's true. You look at them like, oh, here comes Kofi and R-Truth. Because you have an experienced guy with a young lion. Mm-hmm. And far from it, they're both very good. I mean, not to take anything away from them two, but these two guys are their own characters, and that's what I like about them.
Exactly. And I agree. I think it's tremendous. I think the tag team division, we've said it again, we said it before and we'll say it again, the tag team division of Ring of Honor is the best in North America.
It is. This is one of the first episodes I've seen in a long time that only had one tag match in it.
Exactly.
And that's one thing I like about them is usually they're two tag teams or two singles or vice either way. And that's what I like about it.
Yeah, because we're both fans of tag team wrestling.
You don't like a good tag team match?
No, I'm just going to leave that one alone.
There you go.
Joe Henning and Scott Hall were a good tag team. Or not Joe Henning, Kurt Henning and Scott Hall.
They were.
They won the AWA championship.
Big time championship.
If you get that at 57 cents, you could go down to Circle K and get a soda. Anyway.
Really? Okay, thanks, Jerry Lawler, with your wit. Anyways. We go back into the tournament deal again, and it was Silas Young versus Matt Taven. I
liked it. I kind of thought that Silas Young was going to go over here. He's someone that's been in Ring of Honor on and off. So has Matt Taven. They're good. They worked really well. Their styles were a good styles clash. Pardon the pun, but their styles clashed very well against each other, and they put on a very entertaining match.
I really wish Silas Young would have went over.
I think we're still going to see him.
I do, but I think he had a better character to me. He worked as a heel. He really interacted great with the audience, and that's what you're looking for.
I think, with Truth Martini doing the commentary on these, I think he's going to pick up Silas Young as his next person he manages, which he'll fit right into their character.
Exactly.
And I thought that was actually that was the best match of the night, Matt Taven versus Silas Young.
That was an excellent match.
Which sets up the finals next week, QT Marshall versus Matt Taven, which I think is going to be a great match as well.
Oh, I do too.
And it's the thing about Ring of Honor, they're really delivering on their matches. And they even did a little bit of gimmickry this week when they went to the Ford dealership and B.J. Whitmer and
Haas.
Charlie Haas had a fight at the Ford dealership. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I felt like Russ there for a minute.
Speaking of Haas's, I like that little interaction too, because you're really bringing their product out there. And QT, or not QT Marshall, what's his name? B.J. Whitmer. B.J. Whitmer is a true, sorry about forgetting your name too, is a true hard ass. And I like his interactions with Haas. I think these two are going to have a nice long feud.
Exactly. And then we get to see in the backstage segments, Haas talks Nigel into letting him have a tag team championship match, him and Shelton versus the Briscoe brothers. And the deal is, if the world's greatest tag team loses, they got to break up. It can't be a team in Ring of Honor. Which, I think is a nice little thing. Usually when they do these, it's either they want to break them up. The rumor is that Shelton's been leaving. It's been a rumor for a little while, so we'll see how that goes. Now, our main event of the night was Jay Lethal versus Jimmy Jacobs representing Scum. I thought it was a good match. I liked how they worked together. They worked a little frenetic pace at first, then it slowed down a little bit, and then it sped right back up. I liked the pacing of the match. I liked that Lethal got to hit all his spots. Jacobs even got to hit his spots.
No, he did.
I really enjoyed this match. They packed a lot. What was it, about a 15-minute match?
No, it was. And the thing is, I like the fact that this is one of the longest times I've seen Jacobs on his own. And he's a really good worker.
Yeah. And they work well together. They're guys that could be counted on to be put into this spot, and they don't look out of place. I like what they're doing with Jay Lethal. I think it's going to lead to a double turn with him and Steen at the Internet pay-per-view. I really like that feud. I like his feud with Scum. I like at the end that Scum was coming out to take out Lethal, and Kevin Steen protected him and kind of walked away from Scum, leading the dissension in the ranks, which is, again, why I think there's going to be a double turn.
I think so, too. Well, that's the show there.
I mean, that's what it seems they're setting up, at least. But basically, out of five being the best, one being the worst, what would you give this show?
This one here, I've been high on Ring of Honor. This wasn't one of their best shows. It wasn't terrible. I'm going to say 3.5.
I'm going to go a little bit better, a 4. I like the matches. I like the feuds that they build up. I like the stories that were being told. And at the 3 matches that went to full fruition, I enjoyed very much. And the backstage segments, the segment at the Ford dealership, plus the little extracurricular on this Lethal and Jacobs match, I very much enjoyed. And I think it added a lot to the product.
I have to agree with you.
Well, you don't, because you gave it a 3.5.
No. I'm just a little harder on it, sorry.
But anyway, basically that's all I got to say. Is there anything else you need to tell?
That's it.
Well, my name is George Coles.
I'm Gary Rhodes.
And this has been our Heel Heat Ring of Honor show.